Yeah, outside, front line, south side. I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade.
What's up, good people? Welcome back to another video. This is the Dree Way. My name is Dree. Let's get into it. So I wasn't going to film this video at first. Like, I was going to do a better version, and then I started filming the videos and I was like, it's not the best. But then I realized that everything is not gonna always be perfect, so we finna put out the content. It is what it is. I toured a handful of apartments throughout the month of September, and I finally landed on the one I want. Now, when I show y'all these apartments, it's not going to be the actual location that I chose, but it is definitely going to be my kind of runner-ups on places that I would have chose. So that is the list that we are looking at today. So just a few things to point out that I was looking for during my apartment hunting process. There are four or five points that you touch when you're looking for an apartment. So one is going to be finishings. That's going to be your cabinet colors, your countertops, things of that nature. That also will include like stainless steel, refrigerators, etc. The furnishings. Second is going to be space, how spacious your actual apartment is. Third is going to be price, a reasonable price, which is subjective because everybody has their own reasonable price. Fourth is location. Location is important. Again, it's subjective because it depends on the person. And then 5 is going to be vibe. And I know that's crazy, but neighborhood vibe in Chicago is a real thing. Okay? So those are my 5 points. The reality is that you're not going to touch all 5. So there are some that's more important to me than others. So one is going to be location. Location is prime for me. Location and neighborhood vibe. Top down, 2 most important. 1, I do not drive. Can I drive? Yes. Do I have a license? Absolutely. Am I buying a car anytime soon? No. Okay, so location and neighborhood vibe is important. I love being able to get up and walk to my favorite coffee shop a block away. Vibes. I love that. I love very mixed neighborhoods. I want to see everybody. That is the perfect vibe. And I also lean more introverted. So I like a chill neighborhood. I don't want the neighborhood that just got everything going on. It's just super go. Not my cup of tea. I'll go visit those neighborhoods and I go be entertained in those neighborhoods, but I don't want to live in those neighborhoods. Okay, so those 2 are very important to me. But yeah, so those are 2 different things to me. So neighborhood vibes, actual location and the proximity to things, grocery stores, etc. Furnishings, I kind of want an updated vibe. Like, I want an updated apartment. Yeah, I want that. So, and I'm over the loft vibes. It was a time. I enjoyed them, but now I'm over it. And then 4th for me is, of course, going to be price. It's going to be price. But we're going to be as realistic with that as we can. However, those are kind of like the things that I'm looking at. And yeah, I do have kind of like a cutoff though. Like, I'm open to smaller spaces, but smaller spaces mean like 700 square feet. Not like studio, like downsizing. Like, I still need a full 1 bedroom. I just don't need a 1 bedroom den or 2 bedroom. Like, again, cute to have, but the sacrifice for the space is not worth it for me at this time. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, moving right along. So yeah, those are the things that's important to me right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop rambling and show you the actual apartments that I viewed. Also, please bear with me because it was a little shaky. So when I was touring these apartments, listen y'all, I had every intention to go in there as a certified vlogger. Okay, I was going to get angles and all these things, but baby, when I got in there and I'm in the moment and we talking about this one I'm about to live, one I'm about to lay my head at, I forget that I'm recording. Okay, I just be so interested in touching stuff and opening stuff and looking. I'll be forgetting that I'm recording every time. So yeah, the filming is a little shaky. I did the best I can what I get. Okay, so bear with me. Okay. That filming was crazy. It's not that bad though. It's good enough for you to be able to see, but I'm definitely going to do better in the future. So because I did not want this video to be super long, I am going to split these videos in two. So the first video is going to be 2 apartments, and then the second video will be 2 apartments. So enjoy the tours. So this is the first apartment located in South Loop. We are in the lobby and I'm just checking everything out to see what is given. A little outdated, but still cute nonetheless. So this is a 1-bedroom, 1.5 bath. It is on the larger side. It is pretty outdated, I'll say, as far as like furnishings, but it was nice in size. This was a west facing view, so you're gonna see like the train tracks and just see everything to the west. And this one also had balcony as well. The balcony you can enter from the bedroom and the living room, which was nice. And then we're gonna go ahead and go into the bedroom. The bedroom was also a nice size. Nothing to call home about, just really basic size bedroom. So here you have the closets, and it's basically like a double closet, a closet on both ends. And then we have the bathroom connected to the bedroom. It has a linen closet, which was nice. You don't really see that much. And then it has the full tub, which I don't know why I didn't show the tub, but here is the balcony. Really nice size balcony. You do get a Sears Tower view, or Willis Tower for those that call it that. This is back into the kitchen. I'm just peeking around some more, y'all, trying to see what's what. This was the entry coat closet, and then the washer and dryer, of course. And then we also have the half bath that is right by the front door. And yeah, cute, simple, very basic. Again, nothing to call home about, but a nice size. Here we have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Basically almost the same size, just don't have that half bath in the front. That is the entryway closet, and these are the furnishings for this particular apartment. One thing that was interesting about this apartment was that all of the furnishings throughout the different units are different. This building started off as a condo building, therefore the original tenants got to choose the furnishings, so they're all pretty much different. But yeah, that was the bathroom. Very simple, just a normal bathroom. Again, I feel like this building is a little outdated, but you do get the space. So if space is more important than furnishings for you, then definitely a good building. This does have a walk-in closet, and this closet is just as nice as the other closets. They're just split differently. And then you have the washer and dryer in the hallway area. And this is your living room. Again, nice size apartment. But nothing spectacular, but definitely a nice size apartment. Nice size 1-bedroom apartment downtown. And they of course have a balcony. All the apartments have a balcony as well. So let's go ahead to the common areas. So this first common area is kind of like a little kitchen nook area. They do have like some seating, some places you can just kind of chill out. Has a sink, just nice minimal seating that you can kind of get out of your apartment. Now going into this area again, I don't know what I was doing for this camera, but this is kind of their outdoor area. It's a very small area. They did have a couple of grills, loungers. This particular building doesn't have like a pool or any real outdoor space outside of this one. They did have like a bar area outside, and they also have like this pizza oven, but that's the only outside space they have. And then you have kind of like your indoor lounge area, pool table, more couches. They have like a coffee maker in the back, and then on this side they had like 2 work from home spaces, and that was pretty much it for like their lounge amenity space. Next we have the gym. The gym was pretty cool. It was a nice sized gym, and they did have a Stairmaster, which is crazy because you would not believe how many buildings downtown Chicago don't have a Stairmaster. One real estate person told me last year that it was due to like ceiling restrictions or something, but I don't know, child. But let's move on to the next apartment. So this apartment is also in South Loop. This is a newer building. This first apartment is going to be a 1-bedroom, and that was the washer and dryer. The bathroom was really nice, and they have some really high ceilings. And of course, with this being a new building, I think it opened like this year, all of the furnishings are up to date, and most likely coming into this building you would probably be getting a never before used apartment. This was, I believe, was like the 12th floor, which is like I think their highest floor. This was very much mid-rise, not necessarily your traditional high rise, but really nice. I didn't like this whole bed setup. Having a bed against the window was crazy, and at this point she was kind of explaining that, like, I don't know why they put the bed right here, but very interesting room layout, but very, very small room. And then they had a nice walk-in closet similar to the very first closets we saw in the very first apartment, with kind of like a section on both sides that lead into the bathroom. And then this one only has 1 bathroom, but it has 2 entrances, so that's pretty cool. But Yeah, the furnishings and everything, of course, was gorgeous because it is a new build, but very small. Very small, and the views were not so great. Well, in this particular apartment, they weren't that bad, but I think this is apartment, I really didn't like the views. So this was another 1 bedroom. Front closet was actually a nice size. Come into the apartment, you have your front closet, of course, then the washer and dryer. And then you kind of have this nook area, which is like a built-in desk area, which is not too bad. It was actually kind of nice. But then you have this very large pillar that covers the majority of the window space in the living room. So the living room itself was pretty dark, and I did not like that. You know, I'm trying to get out of the cave I live in now. But yeah, again, the finishings were amazing. The ceilings were tall, but I really didn't like that pillar right smack in the middle of the only windows in that living room. And then you have this small window in the bedroom that did not bring that much light in. It's west facing, so normally you would get a lot of sun with that, but because of the floor that it was on, you just don't. Too dark. The bathrooms was pretty small. The indoor shower, Lord. The walk-in shower was nice, but still very small. And yeah, the kitchen. Overall, the kitchen was beautiful. I like the kitchen. It's just enough space for me. I do not need a large kitchen. I realize that living where I am, but yeah, I think it had enough storage space, and yeah, all full size appliances. But yeah, I just could not get into that pillar in front of the main window like that, literally blocking all of the sun. And mind you, it was a very sunny, bright day outside, and all the lights had to be turned on in that apartment for me to see. So was not a fan of that. But overall, the apartment was still pretty. So let's go to the next one. So this next apartment is basically the same apartment we just saw without all the furniture and the things. Sometimes I just want to see the apartment just bare bones because I want to get my own idea of what I want to do with it. But again, I could not get over that pillar in front of that window. I don't know who designed that, but it was not a good idea. I'm sorry. Like even if they had built the pillar to like the side or something, because pillars are gorgeous, but that's the only real window in the whole apartment, and you're covering it up with a pillar. So yeah, not a fan, but we move. And then this is kind of like their amenity space. They did not have amenity spaces for real. This is kind of like their kitchen. They were actually building on it when I went to tour. Again, this is a brand new build, so sometimes everything will not be put together before they start moving people in. That is common. I've seen that multiple times. But they have like a little indoor seating area. They had an outside area with just some seating, nothing major. So let's go to the next apartment. This apartment is also in South Loop, closer to Printers Row. This apartment was actually nice. I love the apartments in this building. Definitely on the newer side as far as like finishings. So as you can see by the front, you have kind of like front closet, and then you have your kitchen, kind of similar to the last few kitchens we saw, minus the first one, because the first one had a larger kitchen. But yeah, I forgot what the name of these kitchens are called. I think it's like galley style or something. I don't know, don't give me the line. They had a nice spacious front closet. This was a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Nice views. This was also west facing. I had started looking at west facing apartments just because they normally do a good job with lighting. And this one was pretty bright. This is the closet for the main bedroom, and I really do not like when the closet is already built out like that. I have way too much stuff to fit in that closet. And then this was the bedroom. That's actually a king size bed. Definitely would not put a king size bed in this room. I think they should have stuck with a queen to make it more realistic. I know sometimes they like to do that to show what size bed can fit in a room, but it just was so cramped. It made the room feel so small. Yeah, definitely was a small bedroom in general, but that closet really is what changed my mind with this apartment, because I couldn't do anything with it. So here she is offering me snacks. I love that. They have a fully stocked fridge when they are showing apartments. So that was pretty cool. Got to go and pick me out a few things. Definitely had some good snacks in there, and she definitely wanted me to choose multiple things. She was not letting me choose one thing. So chose me a few snacks, and then of course checked out the refrigerator because I want to see what that was like. Nice refrigerator actually. Let's go ahead and go to the next apartment. So this apartment is pretty much like the one we just saw, except again it's the bare bones, because I like to see the empty apartment. I want to see what I think I can do with that apartment, and seeing an empty apartment just allows me to create my own vision for the space, and I can think about the things that I already have. So yeah, that's pretty much what this is. Again, west facing view. Overall, nice ass living room. The living room was really nice. It really was just that bedroom closet. Here's just a washer and dryer, which every apartment I'm showing today is going to have a washer and dryer, because that's like one of my non-negotiables. This is the front closet. Kind of small, but does the job. And this is that closet with them built-ins. Like, where do you hang your clothes? Crazy. And this room was really small. The room was really small. I do kind of like that cutout for the window. I think a cute little couch or day bed right there would have been fire. But the room was too small to probably really do that. But yeah, again, just showing the view. But the bedroom and the closet was too small. This is just me looking at the kitchen cabinets. I think these cabinets were soft close. Or maybe not. I can't remember, y'all. Okay, next. So let's go to the next apartment. This is a 1-bedroom and it is actually a corner unit. So it does have a nice kitchen as well. And then there are windows all the way around. Absolutely love this one out of the bunch that we've seen. I really did love this. I always love a corner unit, but the only reason two reasons I didn't shoot for this one. One, she made it a point to tell me multiple times that train is really loud, and that she was telling me because she didn't want me to cuss her out later. So I was like, with somebody who works from home, I cannot risk that because I just don't want that headache. But it was a beautiful apartment. It was a beautiful living room. Let me say that. It was a beautiful kitchen, a beautiful living room, nice size living room. The balcony goes. You can go to the balcony from the living room as well. And I didn't care for the room again. The room was pretty small. Like really small. And then that closet situation again, it's just like, I hate when they have the pre-built ins like that. Because I was like, I don't know who you're building this out for. So yeah, and with that being the only closet outside of like the coat closet, it wasn't gonna work. The bathroom is nice. The one thing I do love about this building is they had those deep soaking tubs, which are amazing. But yeah, this was the front closet that we just passed. And again, it was beautiful. Like, I love the corner unit. But yeah, I wasn't about to be playing with those trains and not having a closet for real. But this was the washer and dryer, which was having issues opening the door. So that was something they was going to have to fix. I took a peek on the balcony just to see, and of course the train would not ride past so I could hear it. But I believe this is like the Metro, and it's not like the electric Metro, because the electric Metro I used to live near before, and it was pretty quiet. But this one was like the for real train, so I had no idea what that was going to be like.
Brand new shuffleboard table, all brand new furniture.
And these are the amenities for this building.
And we put a new old school arcade game in the skee ball. Do you like wine? I can make you a wine snob if you want. We have wine storage lockers that you can rent out for $30 per month. You can store up to 9 bottles of wine in your locker. We do not judge wine. So it can be $8 chunk from Trader Joe's, it can be box wine, it can be Ripple. The key to drinking anything is the type of glass you drink it out of. You can make Kool-Aid. So we have booths over here. We have these additional storerooms if you need desktop for additional storage. And then we have conference rooms. So there's someone in here. We have this little alcove over here. So this is 24/7 free Wi-Fi. This is why I tell people not to work from their apartments.
Yeah, I love this. I like the options.
And then you pay as you go over there.
Okay. smells good.
I know. It's good. It's good coffee. And you can always tell by the aroma. We got one more floor. As well, it comes with a beautiful deck. You got a big screen TV. It can be one big screen or 9 multiple screens simultaneously. Now, I refer to this room as the math ain't mathin' room. I know you know that term. I am not on TikTok. I have 2 daughters that just graduated from college. That's the only reason I'm back here. But follow me. You can rent out this entire room and the deck for $75 an hour. Or you can get that kitchen and 3 tables for $75 an hour. So you can math ain't mathin'.
Yeah.
Now, everything that we've seen thus far, there is a possibility for there to be noise. These are not quiet zones.
Oh, yeah.
You got my loud mouth coming through all day long. But this normally looks like this throughout the week, and there's free Wi-Fi in here, so you can work from here. Now, this is the only space where we have not switched out carpet, and that's because our design. So this is our club room. Again, all of this was here. This is just all brand new furniture.
Yeah.
We have the doors opened up so that you can see how you're going to use this in tandem with this area out here. This is for residents only. So if anyone reserves any of those 3 spaces, we ask that they not allow their guests from those spaces to overflow out here.
Okay.
Because we don't want to infringe upon residents' ability to use these spaces.
Right.
This is kind of a wraparound 2-for-1. Now, the fact that you know about the golf simulator tells me that you've been here more recently than, when was the last time you were here?
Year or 2.
Okay, so this room, though, we just did.
But all of this was like under construction.
Ah,
or something.
okay.
So I never got to really see.
Gotcha. So this used to go all the way back. We
Okay.
installed this wall and this door, and we are putting the golf simulator there.
Okay.
And then the pool, you can see the pool and hot tub and all that good stuff from here.
Okay.
But this is 24/7. The rooms that are reservable close at 10 p.m. There's free Wi-Fi on this whole floor. So if you work from home, I'm all about working from home. Boxing gloves, you hit a button and it's kind of like Peloton for boxing. Somebody walks and talks you through the entire routine, just like a Peloton. Now, as we exit, when I refer to any of these spaces as first come, first serve, what that means is you and a maximum of 2 guests that have to be with you at all times can use the space at no charge, keeping in mind that other residents can come in and use the space along with you. So this is our formal dining room. This is first come, first serve. Even though these ladies are in here, they can reserve it. So if you live here, you'd be able to walk in there and sit down just right with them.
Okay.
Or you can reserve that space for just $25 an hour, and it's just for you and your guests, and it's up to 10 people. And then this is for all that cooking and air frying you're gonna do. This is first come, first serve, or you can reserve the kitchen and 3 tables for just $75 an hour. Now, if you reserve this, and again, this is all brand spanking new furniture. This is not here in the US. You can have maintenance close off this sliding glass door here. And if you want to have both spaces, you can have both spaces for $100 an hour. You can still close off the slide right now, so you can still use that.
Okay. Yeah. It
Hi, how are you? So this is our yoga studio. You can come in here and do your own routine. We've got these bikes here, but it's a yoga studio. And we have 3 yoga classes for our residents throughout the week. We have partnered with a company called Elevated Living. They give the classes.
So I hope you enjoyed the tours. This was the first 2. I'm going to have a part 2 video with the additional 2 that I viewed as well. And yeah, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you like this type of content, and come back for part 2. Also, let me know which one you liked, if you could see yourself vibing in either one of these apartments. But yeah, bye.